And now back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
You're listening to the Big Dumb Fun Show. We are online at BigDumbFunShow.com. We play music, indie, unsigned bands from local, regional, national, even international bands, like the band we just played, although not international, a great local band, Evelyn Awake. What? I'm sorry?
You never know when somebody's going to go international or not.
Well, we could play one. It could be the next song we play.
Could be. By the way, in studio, international man of mystery, Robert Hubbard, joining us with the KC FilmFest going on. Starts this Wednesday. The Alamo Drafthouse in Kansas City has dedicated this entire, 5-day event to the Kansas City Film Fest. And there's not a better venue out there, I think, to have this festival.
Nope. I mean, not AMC was so we were very appreciative of AMC when they had the space and what they did for us. But Alamo's a little different, just because anybody who knows the Alamo Drafthouse knows that they have like a real love of film. You can see from the events that they do regularly. So it's just like we're just hoping that we can kind of continue the relationship.
Now, with the Alamo, they remodeled almost all of the theaters in there.
Oh yeah.
Did that also reduce, I would imagine, the amount of seating in there?
It did.
Which I would think would mean that there could be a sellout situation on virtually any of the films screened at this event.
Very possible. There's like one large theater, one sort of mid-sized theater. 2 medium-sized theaters of about 60 seats, and then 2 theaters of that seat about 40 people. So that was kind of one of the challenges in programming, just trying to make sure that we got that every film kind of had their due. What we're doing this year is that we are doing Wednesday through Friday, doing matinee shows like from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. For like say the older crowd, or for people who are just like looking for something to do, come and see a movie. Those shows are $5. So I was going to say, come on, if you have the time, come on down, check out one of the matinee shows. We're trying to
save some money,
everything. Yeah. And you asked me about some of the stuff that we're showing, Bronies, which was it's a documentary about Brony phenomenon, which you probably know, your listeners probably know more than I do. Bronies are like these guys, and
our listeners are very upstanding, respectable people.
Oh yeah.
So these assumptions, I don't think are they're uncalled for.
But Venkman, on the other hand, is a big fan of My Little Pony.
Oh, I love My Little Pony. Yeah.
Well, it's a good show. The new one is.
And the documentary talks about.
Well, when this new show, I guess this new incarnation called Friendship is Magic, it was intended for kids, little girls. That was the demographic, and then they discovered that they were getting adult men interested in the show, and not for the reasons that you think. Interested because in some of the lessons that the show did. So this filmmaker, he went on Kickstarter to raise money for a documentary. Ended up that he'd get like maybe a couple thousand. He got like over 300,000. So that enabled them to kind of do like the whole kind of expand the scope of it, and got people from the show involved. So we're showing the documentary, and for Tuesday night, which is the Midwest premiere. John Delancey, who is Q from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
He got involved. He did a character for the show called Discord, which was based on Q character, and that's how he got involved in this phenomenon, because it was a job he did and he forgot about it, and then he starts checking his email, and it's like hundreds of emails from like
all his
all
fans
these guys,
from
yeah.
the Star Trek series.
I love My Little Pony.
Over to My Little Pony.
But he found that there were similarities to kind of like the Trek phenomenon, so he's one of the executive producers of this documentary, and he will be coming in on Tuesday night for the screening, along with one of the other producers, Michael Brockhoff. And Saturday, the creator of the show, Lauren Faust, who worked on shows for Cartoon Network like Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. She will be in on Saturday for that screening, and there'll be Q&As afterward, and we do have 2 special events before on both days where people can kind of come and get some FaceTime with them. So we're expecting a lot from the Brony community and probably some Trek fans if they're not too embarrassed about
to show up for seeing a movie like this. Now, now you talk about special events that they have going on. Some of the seminars, can you explain? Like, this isn't just screening films. This is also, like you say, where these people that are involved in the production of the film come and they speak after the screenings.
Yeah.
Or there's seminars that they have as well.
Yeah, we have special guests who are connected in the film industry to come talk about the films along with the filmmakers. This year we have a seminar with the Kansas City Women in Television and Film, Women Making Movies, which will be Saturday morning. We have several seminars that will be taking place with films. We are the local film We Are Superman, and then a panel discussion afterwards about community about that film, which is about the 31st and Troost here in Kansas City, sort of the dividing line of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another.
Is that about a school on 31st and Troost?
No. It's about Troost Avenue,
which was the dividing line of
the dividing line. If you've been here,
racial dividing line.
Yes, racial, economic, all cultural dividing line here in Kansas City. One of the seminars is a retrospective of an older film called Summer Children, which was a lost film rediscovered a few years ago. It's one of the early films that cinematographer Vilmo Sigmund shot, who, like film guys, will know that he's one of the noted cinematographers of all time. He actually shot 3 of Robert Altman's films. But the producer of that movie is coming along, and they'll screen the movie and talk about how it was rediscovered in the restoration process and things like that.
And then every night after all the film screenings, they have receptions,
drinking
parties. Yes, opening night party. So the opening night party Wednesday. That's going to have music by DJ Coombs. Thursday night party will have music by Victor and Penny, and that will be at Snow and Company. Saturday night's party will be at the Opera House Coffee and Food Emporium, and that will have music by the band I Am Nation. So yeah, as soon as
it's going to be awesome.
You spend a day watching movies, come out and you can have some drinks, listen to some music.
Starts this Wednesday, goes all throughout the weekend. Robert, thank you very much for joining us tonight on the Big Dumb Fun Show. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you at the KC FilmFest.
You better.
Have a good one.
Here's the Jefferson from Sydney, Australia on the Big Dumb Fun Show with their song Running.